This ain't you, bro. This ain't you. You weren't born like this.
You won't die, and if you do die, you won't care, because you'll be dead. Best case, you win. Worst case, it won't matter.
There's no luck in this game, man. There may be a little bit of luck, but the luck happens after you bust your ass. This ain't you, bro.
Good afternoon, people. Yeah, good afternoon.
This ain't you, bro. This ain't you. You weren't born like this.
You won't die, and if you do die, you won't care, because you'll be dead. Best case, you win. Worst case, it won't matter.
There's no luck in this game, man. There may be a little bit of luck, but the luck happens after you bust your ass. And you put yourself in that lucky situation. Luck doesn't happen. You put yourself in that situation where luck might fucking happen. And that's what people don't know.
If you believe it, if you really believe that you can be something, if you have that little voice in your head saying, hey, you got talent, you can do this, then follow that voice.
Fuck your motivation. Fuck your motivation. You need discipline. Because motivation's not there every day. I'm missing motivation most days.
Wow,
Some
really?
days,
I'd like to
some
say
days I have
happy
motivation.
50th
Some days
birthday
I'm
to
like,
me
"Fuck,
mate
today I feel
Gibbo.
good. I can't wait to get to the gym." But a lot of
Happy
days, like,
birthday,
gotta get to
bro.
the gym.
You
And then once I
made
get
it.
going, then I feel great.
We
I
made
feel
it.
great when it's over. But it's that
We
beginning
made it to
part that's
50.
hard
I
because your
never
body
thought
wants to
you'd
stay
ever make it
comfortable.
to
Your
50,
body will
bro.
trick you. Like, man, today's should take
3
the day off,
attempted
you don't feel
assassinations
good.
on your
Theo,
life,
what did you get,
and
like
you got
6
to
hours sleep
50
last night?
today.
That's not enough.
It's so easy to
We
be great
got to
nowadays, my
50,
friend, 'cause
bro.
most people
Me and you.
Most people don't want to go to the extra mile. Most people don't want to find that extra because it sucks. It's miserable. It's lonely.
I'd like to say
It's
happy
easy to-
birthday to
Real
Ian
easy.
Gibbons.
It's the
Happy
easiest thing in the world to
50th
do.
birthday,
All right,
bro.
I'm done. I ain't going. I ain't gonna keep going.
Yeah,
I don't feel like going to work. I'm done.
Yeah, man.
It's easy. It's very easy. But what's hard is going, yo, yesterday I got nothing from working as hard as I could. Nothing happened from that. I'm gonna do the same thing again today, but I'm gonna try to go harder. That's the hardest thing in the world. To get up every day and give 100% and be in the same position that you were each day, but mentally know that you're trying and trying and trying. That's a real grind.
How bad do you want this? If it's as bad as you want to live or breathe or sleep, whatever the hell it may be, I can work with you. But a lot of people, most people don't want it that badly, which is why they always ask the question, man, how did you get to where you are? You know how to do it. You know exactly how to be you or how to be me. You don't want to do it.
Like, I want to see what you do when you're tired. Let me see how you push yourself. Come on, man. Get up. Get up again tomorrow. Get up again tomorrow. Get up again tomorrow. The next day. Get up, get up, get up, get up. Keep going. How long can you maintain a positive attitude?
There's no hacks, bro. It's you against you. You against you. And if you misunderstand that, you have a real problem. You wake up, right to work. Immediately your mind is in action. No one. No one. And I don't blame them. But don't be mad. When you're laying there in your fucking bed and you're in the fucking hospital and you're 70, 80, 90 years old, you're thinking, man, I feel like I didn't fucking do something.
Do
Because you
something.
did. You didn't do it. You didn't do shit. You may have lived a great life, man, but you're always gonna feel empty inside. I don't feel empty.
The life you want is on the other side of a few hard conversations, and you're living a life you hate because you're too afraid to have them.
I think about that a lot. Hard times create hard men. Hard men create soft times. Soft times create soft men. Soft men create hard times. We are now around soft men and hard times.
There's a moment when every boy realizes no one's coming to save him. And that's when he becomes a man. And some boys never get there and stay children forever.
You should be a monster. He said you should be a monster, you should be ruthlessly ambitious, and then learn how to control it. And it's that old expression, it's better to be a warrior in a garden than a gardener in a war.
Look at how good you are in anything. You don't have discipline, you ain't nobody.
Right.
You nothing without discipline because you give up under the slightest struggle without discipline.
100%.
Tell me discipline is doing what you hate to do, but do it like you love it.
Doing what you hate to do, but
But
do
you
it
will
like you
love
love it. That is a great quote.
I'm gonna have setbacks, I know. But if I'm feeling bad, that doesn't mean I'm doing bad. That doesn't mean I am bad. That doesn't mean that I can't still take some action. Yeah, nothing changes and nothing changes, man.
It's time to get back to work. Stop hearing yourself talk. Get off the podcast. Don't be on social media too much. Cut out all the fucking noise. Get back to the fucking mental lab.
I'd say one of the strongest mental frames that has got me through my hardest times is thinking this will be the story that I will one day tell. And that means the harder it is, the bigger the dragon, the more epic the story, and by consequence, the more epic the hero.
The fear is never reaching your potential.
That's it.
That always falling short, always quitting before you're done, always procrastinating, always not doing the right
How are
thing.
you, Jono?
And then one day you're an old man,
Yep.
and you look back and go, God, I could have been great.
Yep.
I could have been great.
It's time to stay focused.
Anyway, good
It's
afternoon,
time to
people.
decide, fuck
We're here
clubs
for
and
half
fuck
an hour.
partying, fuck trying to fit in
Eh.
and socialize, rub elbows with everybody so
It
people can
doesn't
stop
matter
calling
what
you
you have
weird.
to do to get in
Why
that
are you
place,
so
you know you do it.
antisocial? Because I'm trying
Because
to get it.
it's
Why
going
are
to
you
benefit
staying
your
on the
kids.
basketball
Jono,
court
can I
so
ask you a
much?
question? You
Because
don't
I'm
have
trying
to
to get it.
answer this. How old
Why
are
are
you,
you out
bro?
there practicing in the hot sun when ain't nobody else out there? Because I'm trying to
get
get it. Why are you not clubbing like every time I text you and invite you to go do something fun and cool, you
Because I'm
always
trying to
studying?
get it.
Because I'm trying to get it. Let me tell you something, homie. These women ain't going nowhere. These clubs, these parties, all this shit ain't going nowhere. The more weird you are is a reflection of how committed you are to focusing on your shit, molding and shaping and developing your ideas and your craft so that when it's time for you to make your rounds,
You gonna
you're gonna
shine.
fly.
People only root for people who don't need it. Like, the amount of times when I was on my lonely path where I was too different from the friends that I had, but not successful enough to be friends with the people that I wanted to be friends with.
That's who all my brother is.
That's when you want people to root for you. That's when you want people to support you. Once you've already won, people are like, he's amazing, he's so good. But like, that's the time when you need it the least. And so you always have to be the person who roots for you before everyone else does. And it's usually a single clap in an auditorium for a very long period of time. It is a slow clap that's just you rooting for you. And that visual, I think, is one that you can kind of take because it is.
Where's me bastard pants?
People struggle to do things alone. And the path of the exceptional person is one of an exception,
fuck it, I
which means that you
remember
are
it,
not with
Jono.
other people. And rather than
So
fighting
what have
that
we
or
got here?
bemoaning
I'll
it,
tell you what we have.
see it as an
We
indicator
have
that
a
you're on the right
community
path.
on the
Because
horizon.
if everyone else were cheering you on, then it means you're not in the right place. Because it
And I
means you're
think
just like
I'm the
everyone else, and
person
that's
to
not where
put
you
them
want to be.
together. But Jono,
Life isn't fair at all.
it's a team effort.
At all. So what are you gonna do about it? I knew that
It's
no one was
taken
coming
me
back to
over
help me.
2 years to get
No one's
nearly
a miracle me
4,000
to be
subs,
somebody
Jono.
special.
Do you know
So,
how hard I've worked on
mentality
this,
is the
bro?
only thing that gets us through life. I was
You
an
see,
underdog.
because
We are all
I
underdogs in
always
life.
knew
Even the baddest person in the
I
world
wasn't
should
going
think
to
that
call
way.
anybody
So you
out
should
on
always have
YouTube,
I've never arrived mentality.
right? I always knew I wasn't going to let myself down that way and stoop to the level where all these jokers calling each other out. Some of them, it's like, it's fucking embarrassing. Do you understand? It's like, you know, there's a lot of clowns on here that want to be a tough guy, that want to be the man. Listen, what have you ever done to be even classed in that circle, in that caliber of people? What have you ever done to make it tough? Because you've had a couple of fights. I've had about 40 in my life, easy. I got bashed a few times, but not on my own. And that's on my kids' lives. I'd like to wish Ian Gibbons happy 50th birthday today. I was just saying to me missus, this cunt, 3 assassins come to kill him. And today, he's celebrating his 50th birthday. People come to his ma's door with guns and see him through the window and start shooting. Ping, 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 ping. Like that, you know, that kind of way. It's one of them. Yeah, so this individual, right, he got to 50 today, and me missus says to me, she said, you know, it's Gibbo's birthday today, he's 50, and I said, you know what, God wanted him to live, Jono, because 3 of Dublin's finest come to kill him, and he missed, and today he's celebrating his 50th birthday with little Ted and his missus. You know, me and him weren't supposed to get to 50, bro. Do you understand? Me and him, if anybody deserved to die for what we got involved in, it's me and Ian. You know, but see him, 3 people come to kill him and he ended up surviving it. You know, like I said, when you swim in a water full of sharks, don't be surprised if you get bit. And here, it's normally one of your mates doing the biting, because if he doesn't do it, he's going to end up having to be fighting. It's like, you know, and this geezer, like I said, like, we were talking about it, Jono, and I was like, you know, did you ever fear you were going to die? And he said, course I did, you. He pointed at my temple and it jammed, and I ran through the house. Wow. But 50 years old, I'm like, wow. Me missus said it to me before, and I'm like, this geezer, like, he's God-fearing, Jono, you know. Like, what me and Gibbo have in common is we made a lot of mistakes and it brought trouble to our mammy store. You know, that's the long and short version. You know, like, you have to understand something, Jono. Can you imagine your mammy being in the kitchen frying a few sausages in the deep fat fryer and a few chips, and she hears that at the door? Ian, can you answer the door? Oh, fuck's sake, I'm watching football, ma. Here, I'm not a maid. One year's answered the fucking door. He goes out, Jono. Hey, fucking someone starts firing through his ma's house. You know. And listen, you have to really upset somebody for them to come to your house with a firearm, okay? And he must have upset a few people, you know. And he always said to me, do you know what he said to me, right? He said, you know what, Jewett? He said, I think it's karma for what I did to you. Okay, long story short, allegedly, many years ago, I was laying on a railway line. Nothing alleged about that. And I seen this geezer, John, walking up the tracks with a parcel. And he handed it to the enemy to kill me with it. But he didn't know it was me. They set both of us up, do you understand? But we survived it. You know, he handed somebody a shotgun that day to kill me. If he ever comes on, I'll get him. I've asked him to come on, but Jono, he's like myself, he doesn't glorify you. Do you understand? He could write a book. 3 of Dublin's assassins come to kill him. You know. And 3 different weapons. A hat-trick. A fucking perfect hat-trick. A 9mm. A Scorpion machine gun. And a fucking shotgun. Like, he told me, right, Jono, right, he heard a bang at the door, and he looked through the spy hole, but he was side on, you know, that way looking in, and he fired through the fucking door, bro. Hit him in the arse, the hip. You know what I mean? Now, like I said, bro, your fucking ma's house, do you understand? It's like, look, Jono, you and the lads grow up in the same city I grew up in, and you know what goes on. But this individual, like I said, he turned his life around. He devoted his life to his family and to God. You know, he's helped open up a lot of groups over here in Manchester, working with a lot of lads that have been in our Mountjoy and fucking what have you, you know, and today he's got to 50 and he said to me, you know what, Jude? He said, I always believed that because of what I did and because I betrayed you, that's my karma. You know, I hope you can forgive me. I was like, listen, you prick, you're alive. Both of us are. Why wouldn't I forgive you? You know, I can't just forgive everybody and not forgive Gibbo. You know, and I'd like to wish you a happy 50th birthday, bro, and I'm so happy you made it. We both made it. We both walked away from Cherry Orchard, me and you. And if we had been still over there, like that, mad. But I'm glad we got away from it because he ended up meeting a chick from Manchester. I ended up, oh, hang on, my shit's just come up. Sorry, Bab. All right, brilliant. I just seen you as shit there. Shout out to me queen. But now, like I said, Jono, we all grew up, you know, from bad experiences. And my whole point is, he's 50 years old today, right? And anybody who survives 3 hits has a story to tell, you know. Very brave man. If God come down to me today and said, Jude, I want you to pick 4, I want you to organise your own ASU. No problem. I was waiting for you to come. I'd put Yowza Tyndall, Ian Gibbons, myself, and I'd probably bring Luke too, to watch me 6, just in case they, like, but all jokes aside, he's 50 years old today, and you know what I mean, I'm just so happy for him. Like his ma, Jesus Christ, she could have had a heart attack. Like, I know a lot of lads that got into sticky situations, and it always ends up at your ma's door, you know, Jono. It's sad, like, you know, but he dedicated his life to God, Jono, and helping people like us. You know, both of us. You see, he said, Jude, I won't go on any podcast because I'm not glorifying it. Because, Jono, right, tell you, Callie, this man, okay, he comes from Cherry Orchard and he's one of the toughest lads I grew up with. And you know what? He said, Jude, I've been asked to go on loads of podcasts. If I was going to go on, I'd go on yours. But he said, I'm not glorifying it. You know, I dedicated my life to the Lord and to my family. You know, and like I said, this guy, like I said, he done a total 360. He come to the UK. You know, I always have this thing, I'm telling you now. You know, if you find yourself a decent woman, fucking do everything you can to keep her. And I know, myself and Gibbo, without a good woman in our life, God knows where we would have both ended up. You know, how are you, Scott? But Scott can understand this. Scott, have you any mates that have survived 3 assassination attempts? Now here, I've mates that have survived the one, and the next one they ended up dead. You know, but like I said, this fella, he come to the UK, he started doing a lot of youth work and what have you know what I mean, and he's learned so many people, because you can learn from people like that, you know. And the one thing I like about Ian is that he doesn't glorify you, you know. Like he said, Jude, I've been asked to go on this podcast, that podcast, but the world we live in today, everybody glorifies criminals and bowsies, and, you know, that's not the right way forward. How are you, Finn? Like I said, what we don't realise is that if we've got children, we set standards for them, you know. And me and this fella Finn, one of me pals is 50 today, right? And this geezer and myself, because of the naughty shit we did, like there's a lot of good lads that were taken that shouldn't have been taken, you know, like me and him were bad to the core. We had good in us, but it's like, you know, we all have other sides to us, and when you're young, you tend to look up to the bigger lads. And, you know, like up where I used to live, when I left Cherry Orchard, it wasn't as crazy as it is now. Dublin wasn't as crazy as it is now when I left. You know, it's just, it's evolved over time, and on the housing estate that I grew up in, a lot of lads ended up rising, you know, allegedly. And some of us get away and some of us want to stay. You know, it's like I always wanted to get away. You know, I used to be a pigeon. I like to fly, in a way, you know, free, like a bird. But what I've learned from it, like, listen to me, yeah? I might sound like a bit of a walking contradiction, but back then, I always wanted to impress me mates and be a fucking idiot. You know what I mean? Showing off and all that shit and being a fucking dickhead. And my dad was right all along. He said, books will be your salvation in the end. You'll get it. And I get it. You know, it's like, listen, yeah, I've loads of friends in this country and in Ireland that are doing really long sentences. And don't get me wrong, a lot of them have made a lot of money, allegedly, according to the local media. It's like, but listen, yeah, I'd sooner me freedom and being with me family than being doing a life sentence and being rich. What good is your money when you're locked up for 10 years and you don't get to see your son graduate from uni? You miss your daughter's wedding. Hey, was it worth it? Because I tell you what, no amount of money on this fucking earth is going to bring back that. Do you understand? Like, oh yeah, Dad, I graduated. Or I'm buzzing for your son. I'm sorry I wasn't there. Yeah, you should be sorry. Because that's on you. See me, I was there at my son's uni graduation. Here, the ex-partner said to me, you better not fucking say it when his name's called out. When they called me son's name, I was fucking screaming, go on, son. Everyone's looking at me here. Have you forgot where you are? This isn't a fucking playground. You know, but I was a proud dad. It was a proud moment for me. Hey, Callie, hey, Andrew. I'll be honest with you. Look, you know, don't get me wrong. Other people might say crime pays. Yeah, it does pay. And you'll end up paying. That you can't get back. I have friends that have done over 25 years in jail. You can't get that back. Some people, it'd rather be rich and locked up. Mate, I'd sooner be fucking broke and free. Yeah. 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 I'll be honest with you. I've got a lot of friends that have done a lot of jail, and that is one of their biggest regrets. They always say, Jewett, you know, I've lost so much fucking time, you know, because I wanted to be the biggest villain in the city, or I wanted to be part of a cartel, or I wanted to be in the rap because I thought they'd protect me if I shoot them a few quid. It doesn't work that way, you know, and education is the way forward. Like, if I wasn't able to speak another word to any use ever again and delete this channel today, know this: education is gonna fucking be your skeleton key in life. You know, you have to be educated in order to grow. And then once you grow and you get educated, you can help educate other people. You know, like, I threw my education away as a kid because I wanted to be the class clown and a crash test dummy, you know, and I paid for it, you know, and it upset me granny. You know, I was destined for the army because of my family. Do you understand? Yeah, so listen, that's what I want to do. I always wanted to do that, and I kind of got to do it in a way. Not on the books, but, you know, when I was independent, you know, and I was a little bastard, a little bowsy that's turned into a housey. Me missus has turned me into a sausage. I used to have an alleged reputation. The only thing I break now is cups and fucking fishing rods. What else do I break? Yeah, phones. I'm very good at breaking phones and laptops and fucking, what do you call it? iPads. Do you know what? I'm telling you now. Yeah, tea bags. And I was waiting for you to say hearts. Sugar pots. Oh, shit. How are you, Rudy? How do you do thee? It's nice for you to come in and introduce me. But anyway, listen, I have to go, but I will be back tonight sometime. But it's been interesting. But I'd like to wish Ian Gibbons, all jokes aside, I'd like to wish me friend happy 50th birthday. And you know what? I'm glad you made it. We both made it. Do you understand? And I'm so proud of you. You know, and even if you were to hand somebody a shotgun to kill me in 10 lifetimes, I'd still forgive you every fucking time. You're me brother. Do you understand? We've gone through shit, me and you. And only you know what I mean, and I know what you mean. We've gone through shit, allegedly, according to all our mates. But we come through the other side just like a fucking arrow. And I'm delighted to see him. Today it's his 50th birthday, you know, and this geezer has definitely got God by his side in his lifetime. You know, and he's got an amazing story I'd love him to tell one day, but I don't think he will, you see, because he's like myself. We're from cartel land, Ballyfermot, Cherry Orchard, but we don't glorify it, you know, and nowadays, I get it. You know, people look up to tough guys and they want to be photographed with villains and all. I was associated with this fucking mob, this firm, all that shit. It's petty, it's gangsterism, isn't it? But listen, there's levels to this shit in Ireland. You have your average street criminal, petty criminal, small petty dealer like I allegedly was back then when I was a kid. And it's like then you have the big boys that make the newspapers, you know, and they call it a fucking cartel. And, you know, that's not me exaggerating. If you're from Dublin, you'll know what I'm talking about. But myself and Ian managed to get away. We come to Manchester and we both ended up with women from Manchester, from Salford. You know, it's like, and both of them are Reds as well, and they both give us a son. You know, and it's like, see my friend, like I said, you don't understand where I'm from. This man, 3 separate assassins come to take his life, and he survived. A 9mm, 12 bullets in the clip fired at him. He was running through his Mars like Sonic. Then someone fired a shotgun through the door. He was looking out the spy hole side on. And here, they hit him here. And it come out his arse. You know, like you want to see the scar he has. On his back, he has a hole like that, look. I said to him, you've got a vagina on your back. Because it's like a big fuck-up circle with a big fucking hole in it like a dint. You know, like a 12 gauge close range, Scott. You know what I mean? Close range, bro. This geezer, Scott, allegedly, according to the media, this geezer survived 3 gangland hits, right? One with a 9mm, right? Another one with a Scorpion machine gun, and then the other one a shotgun. And if you survive fucking 3 things like that, bro, God is on your side. And this geezer has ended up saying, you know what, Jude? I am on your side. We come from there, but we don't glorify it, because education's the way forward. No manipulating the youngins on the fucking block to do your dirty work. You know, you're a cunt. You know, education is always going to be the way forward. You know, and I didn't think about that when I was younger. It's just, I've just changed so fucking much. I truly believe education is the way forward. Shout out to Keithy George, Neville Bardos. Who else? What's his name? Paris. Danny the Deviant. Yeah, that's his name. He's a rolfer, not a golfer. You know, he's a whopper, not a hopper. You know, if the cunt was 3 foot away, Stevie Wonder would have more luck potting that ball, because this geezer cannot hit it. But I'm probably the worst golfer on YouTube. Give me that, no problem. But don't say I'm good at something if you're not. Tell you what I am good with. People. Okay? So, I'd like to say, I am away. It's like, but you see, the thing about progress is, now, there's a couple of people on there. Now, they have a few more subs than that. But basically, this is like some of the team here. You know, take notice. And like I said, every one of these motherfucking channels have a good story to tell. Right, guys, I'm away. I'll be back on later on. You bow that, you bows here. And thanks for coming in. And Gibbo, if you're watching this, happy 50th birthday, brother. Listen to me. You've survived 3 alleged attempts on your life. And you know something, I'm just glad you had God with you. You know, because the amount of people that you've helped over the years because of your experience, you see, me and my pal, we don't glorify it. Education's the way forward. If you want to look up the crooks and villains and what have you, you go do that. But just try to be a productive member of society. And if you think your education isn't important, fuck it, I don't need education. I'm going to sell drugs all my fucking life. You know, you need to get the fuck out of there, mate. You know, because number one, you're going to end up doing loads of years in prison, and you're probably going to miss your child's first steps. You're probably going to miss your lad's prom, your daughter's wedding, and that's all on you. Anyway, I have to go. Thanks very much for coming in, and I'll see you all this evening. But like I said, this is all about the team, man. It's like, there's another load of people behind that. That's just about 13 people. I was just sub-watching. You see, yeah, we're watching. Don't you worry about it. Here, I'm watching. Yeah, you're not the only one watching. Anyway, here I have to go. Shout out to Bruce Lee. Shout out to Manchester United for being the shittest team in the league last year. You know, I don't know who that geezer is up there. Yeah, but anyway, here. Hey, 3,800. I'm only 200 away from 4,000. And I'll see you later on, you bunch of fuckers. Right, we out. We'll talk to you later. Thanks for coming in. We out.